Hi, hello, and welcome back. I told you I'd be back for the second half of July, so why are you surprised? Clearly, we are getting started, so let's get into the games that you need to but might not know about for the back half of this month. Let's go!
Ladies and gents, this is the moment you've waited for.
Well, it looks like I missed this one in my last video, but regardless, here it is now. Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora's first story pack, The Skybreaker, arrives with a chunky update this month. The expansion continues the Na'vi journey from the main game, taking players to the heart of the plains, an uncharted region with stunning new biomes like prism fields and feathered grasslands. Facing new threats such as the AMP Defender and RDA Lieutenants, players will protect the western frontier and engage in timed festival challenges. Updates also include improved gameplay features like motion aiming and enhanced performance on consoles and PC. Look, I know Avatar is one of those mid-tier games, and I am all for mid-tier making a play in today's game space. And when I talk about mid-tier, I do mean like the quality of the overall game and not like AAA or AA games, right? So yeah, I'm not positive how much I'm for mid-tier DLC. At this point, I think it's more of a money grab than anything, and with mixed reviews on both Steam and Metacritic, I can only assume that this was planned and then forced instead of planned and necessarily canceled. Because remember, you will need to purchase a season pass to play this if you don't already have it, and that will run you about $30. You do get another future DLC, but to me, this is the epitome of what's wrong with these game studios and their promised future releases for an initial game launch. But hey, if you like the first one, I don't doubt you'll have a fun time with this update. The Skybreaker DLC arrives for PC, Series X, and PS5 on July 16th. Nobody Wants to Die plunges you into New York, the year 2329, a world where immortality is the ultimate luxury. Detective James Kara, spurred by a brush with death, embarks on a clandestine investigation alongside Sarah Kai, a young police liaison, as they delve into the murders of the city's elite and uncover sinister truths. Explore a dystopian future where eternal life blurs the lines of mortality by using advanced technology to reconstruct crime scenes and expose a killer. Powered by the UE5 engine, this noir narrative adventure immerses you in a photorealistic world, challenging the very notion of immortality. So I've seen people describe this as a mix of Cyberpunk, Blade Runner, Altered Carbon, and Singularity, which, to be fair, is all completely valid. However, I was surprised that nobody mentioned one of my sci-fi favorite movies of all time, which is Minority Report. Hello? As soon as I saw that the time-bending back and forth mechanic thing, I immediately thought of that movie. Such a cool freaking mechanic. Anyway, I always thought a story-focused kind of whodunit crime game should be front and center on like a VR platform, you know, question mark, I don't know. I don't know, how cool would it be to solve a crime in virtual reality, right? Alas, my final thoughts are that I think this looks extremely interesting, and you can definitely go wishlist this on Steam. Yeah, you can start solving the Nobody Wants to Die mystery on July 17th for PC, Series X, and PS5. Teenage Mutant Ninja. The heroic Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles must fend off the Foot Clan, no way, them again, and rescue their kidnapped master Splinter in their first roguelike, by the way, first of many on this list. Adventure: Splintered Fate. Traverse reality-bending portals, face randomized challenges, collect power-ups to permanently upgrade your turtle abilities, and contend with tough boss modifiers. Explore iconic New York City locations solo or with up to 3 players in drop-in, drop-out co-op play while on your mission to restore peace in the city. I'm a newcomer fan to roguelikes in general, and coming off of injecting about 50 hours of Hades 2 early access into my veins, yeah, that's right, that's a flex. I must say that this game looks like a ton of fun. The co-op aspect alone it has me distinctly curious in how the game will kind of manage the drop-in, drop-out difficulty scaling for enemies and bosses. I'm not quite sure, but I do have my eye on this one, and I think you should as well. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Splintered Fate comes out for Nintendo Switch on July 17th. Oh, wow. Okay, Flintlock. So, step into the boots of Norvanek, okay? An elite coalition army member, joined by a mysterious fox-like companion named Inky. Inkai? Dude, what is with like these Star Wars names? Can we stop? Okay. They are on a quest for vengeance against the gods. That actually sounds terrible when you only have a musket. Flintlock combines elements of Souls-like genre with rapid mobility, creating dynamic combat that weaves melee, gunpowder, and magic into rhythmic battles. Okay, we have magic. Oh yeah, maybe we can get them. Discover new equipment, upgrade your gear, and prepare for the ultimate showdown against the gods that are pushing mankind to the brink of extinction. So I am in the middle of downloading the demo for this one, and I might have an impressions video up soon. Needless to say, I do understand all of the controversy behind it, so I'll just leave it at that and dive deeper into my video if I end up making one. If this looks interesting to you, look, the demo's going to sway you one way or another, right? So I would definitely suggest trying that first. And yeah, Flintlock comes out to PS4, PS5, X1, Series X, and PC on July 18th. Norland is a medieval kingdom sim inspired by RimWorld, Crusader Kings, and Caesar, with the goal of generating complex stories. Manage a noble family that owns a city with diverse characters including peasants, slaves, soldiers, and criminals, each with unique needs and behaviors influenced by their social status and traits. Lead your family through class conflicts, religious struggles, and political treachery. Tend to your citizens, uncover lost knowledge of a fallen empire, and engage in nefarious plots against your enemies. Norland looks like a game my buddy Spencer would play because he's put in about 1,000 hours on RimWorld as we speak and is always down to take a look at this genre of sim that seems to be making its way into the AA category of games. Published by the same company that published the recent single dev sensation Manor Lords, it looks like Hooded Horse is looking to make another splash with some engaging twists on sim mechanics in Norland. So if you're a sim lover, add this to your wish list for early access on Steam starting July 18th. SCHiM, and I'm told that this is the correct pronunciation, is a game about jumping from shadow to shadow in a relaxing and lively environment. This 3D platformer takes elements of light and shadow and animation and adds them directly to the gameplay, delivering an experience that you will only find in SCHiM. So not a ton to say about SCHiM, but I do like the aesthetic of what I'm seeing here, and if you're into relaxing indie games with cool abstract worlds, then maybe add this one to the old wish list. SCHiM arrives on all platforms July 18th. Master magic, solve puzzles, and slay monsters in this beautiful Austrian town of Hinterberg. Armed with a sword and a tourist guide, play as Luisa, a burnt-out law trainee seeking escape as she takes on the dungeons of Hinterberg. Discover charming landscapes, glide down snowy slopes, zipline over canopies, or relax by a serene lake. Adventure, explore, find it all out. So yes, I'll say this. When the reveal trailer came out, I kind of passed this one off just completely, right? So it looked way more like a cozy game, which, I know it has its place, but hey, not for me, than an actual like adventure, exploration, action type game. But now I'm actually not so sure. I think the aesthetic is cool, but at this point, a lot of these more relaxing games are starting to look like that anyway. So I'll be curious to see if this is more action than not. Dungeons of Hinterberg arrives on PC and Series X July 18th, but you can try the demo right now. Kunitsu-Gami, Path of the Goddess is a Japanese-inspired single-player Kagura action strategy game set on a mountain covered in defilement. During the day, purify villages. At night, protect the maiden from the Seath, repeating this cycle to cleanse the mountain and restore peace. Experience Japanese culture with Kagura dance, masks, and traditional music, alongside a fusion of action and strategy by collaborating with villagers, assigning roles, and strategizing placements to combat the Seath. So, this unique blend of action strategy and sort of tower defense is definitely something that interests me. Now, while I personally think the visuals looked a little scuffed, not gonna lie, I've heard good rumblings about this one, and of course visuals don't make a game. They're definitely good enough, and I think I kind of like the idea of having a hero with a full moveset in a tower defense game just to just flex on everything. Plus, let's be honest guys, Capcom has been hitting lately, hitting a lot. I would put this one on your to check out list if I were you. Kunitsu-Gami Path of the Goddess arrives on all platforms July 19th with a demo out right now. EA Sports. It's in the who cares? Joking, of course, kind of. EA Sports College Football 25. Wow, it's back. Offers explosive gameplay with campus IQ across 134 schools, featuring athletes like Quinn Ewers, Donovan Edwards, and Travis Hunter, thanks to a groundbreaking NIL deal. Immerse yourself in the iconic atmospheres of college football and create your own legacy in the game modes Road to Glory and Dynasty. Okay, I will be honest from my heart and say I have not touched a Madden game in years. Well, I guess I mean an EA game, because this isn't a Madden title, but it's all the same, isn't it? That's one of the problems. Look, this is like a reskin of Madden. I mean, a lot like a reskin of Madden. The most groundbreaking thing here seems to be the names on the backs of the jerseys. Did you ever play when that wasn't a thing? I'm not saying that this is going to be a bad game, but what I am saying is that it's going to be a familiar game. And after 11 years of EA college football being absent in the limelight, it truly feels like they just want their own Call of Duty double dip to add money to the EA coffers instead of really making a revolutionary title. I'm not holding my breath, especially when the end splash screen of their promo reveal trailer throws up microtransaction suggestions. Yippee, right? So, whatever. Either way, EA College Sports Football 25 will be available on PS5 and Series X on July 19th. Quick reminder here, EVO 2024 is back! Watch established champions face off against unknown rivals, see online competitors build real-life relationships. I mean, it's the only time they can, right? We are a bunch of nerds. And discover a culture that turns newbies into lifelong fighting game fans. That's true, that happened with me. Everything you love about fighting games comes to life at EVO, returning to the Las Vegas Convention Center West Hall. Check this out, guys. I know it'll be streaming. It's going to be a lot of fun. I always check this out every year. And even if you're not a fighting game fan, it's always fun to cheer for, the underdog or something. So yeah, give it a shot. It's a ton of fun. EVO 2024 will be starting on July 19th in Las Vegas, and it runs through July 21st. Embark on a journey through an abandoned spaceship that crashed on an unknown planet. Battle relentless hordes of aliens in this retro-inspired sci-fi FPS with modern Metroidvania progression, mixing crisp, colorful pixel art with intense electronic music for a unique, stylish aesthetic. As you explore, exciting weapon upgrades will unlock new areas and let you adapt your combat style as you fight your way through the infested wreckage. Another small indie dev pumping out cool-looking Metroidvania-inspired content is never a bad thing. I think more now than ever, spaces for these types of games is wide open. So yeah, check it out. Play the demo now and buy the full game on release for all platforms, July 23rd. So, check this one out.
I have a rendezvous with death. At some disputed barricade. It may be shall take my hand and lead me into his dark land.
Set against the backdrop of the Great War in 1916, Conscript seamlessly fuses the relentless mechanics of classic horror titles to deliver a unique, intense survival horror experience. In this chilling game, players assume the role of a solitary French soldier navigating the nightmarish trenches of Verdun, driven by the desperate search for his brother who is missing in action. His quest is not only a personal one, but also a familial obligation to ensure that a home remains intact. The game challenges players to plan, explore, and survive. They must immerse themselves in the chaos of warfare, confronting brutal combat against enemy soldiers, managing scarce supplies, and unraveling intricate environmental puzzles. Conscript captures the horrors of war, transforming them into a harrowing gameplay experience filled with uncertainty, fear, and complexity. So this one wasn't on my radar, guys, until I was actually making this list, and I gotta say, it's definitely piqued my interest. I'm not usually the biggest fan of horror games, but I'm absolutely intrigued by the potential story of Conscript and how it's gonna play on the horror aspect. I think it's a perfect melding of reality because, well, war is a pretty horrific thing. So check out the demo now if you want to, and find the full game on all platforms July 23rd. Get ready to put a sizable dent in the profits of megacorporations and Deadlink, a guns-blazing cyberpunk FPS with roguelite elements. Your mission is to conduct covert ops while piloting a humanoid combat shell, and no, covert does not mean quiet. It looks like this one is finally coming to PS5 and Series X while having already been released on PC last July. Luckily for you, action FPS roguelite fans, this has a solid, very positive rating on Steam by over 2,000 reviews. Cherry on top, there's also a demo to try if you are unsure. Deadlink fully arrives on PS5 and Xbox Series X July 30th. No, your eyes aren't deceiving you, and yes, this is a new and modern real-time strategy game being released in the year 2024. Stormgate, Earth's fate teeters on the brink of oblivion. As the ultimate battlefield commander, you lead human defenders and their loyal robot allies against two warring alien factions. This epic real-time strategy game, crafted by developers renowned for StarCraft 2 and Warcraft 3, harnesses Unreal Engine 5 and Snowplay technology. With globally distributed servers and advanced rollback tech, Stormgate offers silky smooth gameplay, allowing you to focus on defeating opponents without lag distractions. So this is Frost Giant's first and only upcoming game made up of developers that left Blizzard for one reason or another. We won't get into the other reasons. I can't tell you how much the RTS genre made up a lot of my childhood. Even moments like playing Defense of the Ancients and Warcraft 3 mods, only to have it become a full-fledged genre video game in the form of League of Legends later on, has a special place in my memory bank. With that said, I might give this one a shot for nostalgia's sake and see how the devs have modernized the RTS scene, because Lord knows it needs it. It was hard pinning down all of the pre-order and early access stuff, but here's the gist of it. Stormgate releases into early access on August 13th, 2024, but to start playing on July 30th, you can pre-purchase any of the 3 early access packs on Steam, just to be clear. Assume the role of captain in this deck-building sci-fi roguelike. Jesus, what is this, like roguelike month? Okay, gather your crew, equip your vessel, and prepare for strategic turn-based combat across the cosmos. On expeditions, enhance your arsenal with sophisticated gear while navigating complex alliances among Breachway's diverse factions. From the martial Solari to the technologically advanced Newman, allies and adversaries await in the celestial expanse. Unlock upgrades following each encounter, optimize resource generation, and engage in intense deck battles as you seek out the signal. So clearly this is giving a Slay the Spire with the spaceship combat twist thingamajig, and I love it. I dig the look, I dig the interface, and I am a sucker for deck builders because, you know, I like trying to find the immunity combos without Googling them and stuff like that. So yeah, this one looks like fun, and you can try the demo out now and check out early access on Steam July 31st. Well, that is the end. Thank you, guys and gals, I appreciate you putting up with me for this long, and yeah, this is Mostly Sober Gaming. And if you found a game interesting that you didn't know about before, hit that like button, and I will see you next month. Until then, adios.